So I can't see the screen at all, but I made it down to the lake, so I'm gonna show you guys just how beautiful it is again. And it's like, I was sitting here, and I was just thinking, I gotta get over my purse. I'm gonna be collecting rocks, not paying attention to you guys. I actually didn't come here to collect rocks, so I didn't even bring my backpack. So what ended up happening was I'm just gonna put them in my purse. But I got like some really good ones so far. Like, look at this. So I'm calling this time of my life just recovery in paradise. But it's amazing. Yeah, so I guess Adam said when I've been coming to the lake, I sit here for like 4 or 5 hours, but I don't know, I lose track of time. And I just sit here and I'm like, wow, like wondrous are your ways, Lord. Just looking at this and like, there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be, right? And he just like gets me out of bed, gets me here, and I officially signed up to be a speaker tomorrow at 7 p.m. So anyone that wants to go to the city town council meeting. And then my doctor didn't call in my meds, my muscle relaxers, so I went in to really bad detox and withdrawal. That's the one that you're supposed to detox super slow from. So it caused me to flare up, so today I just gotta try level up so I could speak. But God is good, so it will happen. I hope, like, I don't know what you guys see yet. I don't know. But today's been beautiful. And I figured it's gonna hurt like hell whether I'm in bed or whether I'm looking out into paradise. And this is a much better view, so I took this one. And, oh wait, I'll spin around so I can talk to you guys with a better view. Go me. I don't know. I've been thinking like so much, but it was, I have all this peace and all this joy and all this happiness. I just keep waking up feeling wonderful. And I can't even explain it. And yesterday in church, the speaker, he put his hands on my head and he's like, you have a pressure right here. And there had been this pressure that my brain hurts like 24/7, and there's this pressure right here that felt like this constant like pull, like my brain was gonna explode. And just like the day before, I was like, God, man, you gotta stop that. Like, you know, they kept making my eyes roll back in my head, and it was real bad. And he was like, I sense a pressure right here. It's healed and it hasn't hurt since. So I've just been sitting here like, well, you know, and it's just really nice. It's a really nice day. And it's really nice to have not a worry in the world and just complete peace. And I'm just really excited. I haven't been able to wake up excited about my future in a while. Because even though it was like on track for being awesome and everything before I got sick, this is like different because I'm excited because it's sorry. I just saw this really sparkly rock that I have to get. Oh no, I dropped it. Yeah, I found it again. I don't even know if that's the one, but there was other ones around it, so it's okay. But I don't know what I was saying. This whole bag is full. Oh, but I have the walker I could place it on. Ron gave me his walker. Yeah, it's just like crazy now because I had to wake up excited because every day I'm like, God, what are you gonna do? What's it gonna be like? He just talks to me in so many ways and through people and just like, I don't know how to explain it. It is every day is just exciting and perfectly orchestrated, and you get like all this excitement about the future. This is boiling hot. I don't know what time I got here. It's very, very early. I think it was around 9 a.m., but I don't know what time it is now. I usually wait until my back locks up, and then once my back locks up, that's my cue to go. But, no, it's really cool because I'm just like, all right, every day is a step closer, and every day you get more and more excited about, all right, what's the future hold? What am I doing? Where am I going? Who am I meeting? Like, it's just so exciting now. And it's just weird. It's weird to have, like, not a plan, not a worry, not a doubt, just to be like, glorious are your ways, Lord, and just completely, chilled out. Adam, like, gets stressed out sometimes. I'm like, just tell God, I talk to God so much that I walked through a spider web, and I didn't even mean to say it, but like out loud, I was like, God, I am so like scared. But it wasn't like when you say God, like when people say it, I was like literally talking to him out loud, and I was like, I'm gonna look crazy, crazier. But yeah, it's just really cool. It's really, really cool just seeing like every single thing he does. It's like all these bits and pieces all along the way, and it's like this one and that one and this one, and it's just like this puzzle, and you just watch God piece by piece put it together. You're not even really doing anything. All you're doing is listening, and he's just telling you, so it's not even like you have to think about it or figure it out or plan it. He's just like, do this, and you're like, alright, and then he's like, now do this, and you're like, okay. So it's like really cool. The only bad part is, like, you gotta get over, like, trying to worry, or, you know what I mean? You gotta not be in the natural at all. Because in the natural, like, none of it makes sense. Like, I walked into the courtroom thing, and I've never seen how these meetings are set up. I have no idea anything about it. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like, how it's set up. So I wanted to ask the lady to explain it to me so I could visualize it. And then I'm just like, Ashley, you just said you say yes to God to everything. This came across you. Doesn't matter. You don't need to, like, pre-plan and, like, analyze things. You just show up to where God puts you, and then you just are like, all right, God, I'm your vessel, speak, and that's it. So, I don't know. I haven't been able to talk much at all in the past couple of days, like, barely at all. But, I may have to take, like, not lots, but some extra of the meds today to get my levels up. But, yeah. It's just nice. I don't know what day it is. Okay. I guess, I believe it's Tuesday, because yesterday was the holiday, but, it's just nice not having a care in the world, honestly. I don't know. I like the feeling. Mom said she's going to call the book she's writing about me no adulting. And I'm like, I just think this is the way we were supposed to live. Like, completely carefree. Cast your cares onto the Lord. And just spirit-led, and, you know, it's fear or faith. So you can't be afraid of anything. So then you're just, like, excited. The water's been really, really nice today. But, yeah, I feel like Ariel every single time I'm here because I'm always super, super wobbly. So in my head, I just pretend like it's my first day with legs, you know. And then I like her soundtracks. And it's appropriate for where I am and probably my mental state, right? So that's me, like, loving and accepting me and all the different parts my nerves shoot out to, you know. You don't want to, like, repress that, you know what I mean? Because it's all going to balance out. It's just nerves visiting different spots in your brain, and soon it will all, you know, flow back together. But until then, you know, just embrace each part. I was thinking too this morning about that channel I'm going to speak on, and it's literally just going to be me preaching. Like, listen guys, just go to God and then you'll be healed. It's going to be a 2-second video. And then I'll be like, oh, and here's some, like, helpful advice about, like, different tips of how to actually physically survive and not die. You know, live with Jesus. Like, so it's just going to be a quick video. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be, like, a long video. Or it's going to just be whatever I say. I don't even know. But it's obviously going to be a lot about Jesus and how, literally, that's the only way you're going to get healed. Otherwise, you're just sick forever, you know. That's the only thing I could say. So, I'm excited to go on it. And, I don't know. When people try to argue with me about anything at all, I'm just like, I don't do that. Yeah, you don't have to respond. I just say, I don't do that. My boundaries, I don't do that. And that's it. It took me a while to learn healthy boundaries, but now that my option is have a healthy boundary or any single emotion will cause paralysis and seizures, it's really easy to have healthy boundaries, you know? But today's rocks were great. I gotta show you, the entire shelf now is filled with things of rocks. So my rock tumbler broke. So that really sucks because I used it every day and I liked it, but now I just gotta be much more particular with the rocks I pick up because I can't polish any of them. So I have to be like, all right, what do I like exactly as I get, like what it is? Because a lot of them I was picking up, I knew they would look fine once they were polished, but they had like dirt or some stuff. So now I just gotta be a little more particular, so it's not even a big deal. But my next activities at some point is gonna be getting a pottery wheel and clay. And I was trying to convince Adam for Halloween to dress up like Pinocchio and Geppetto, and I'd be Pinocchio, you know, and it'd be so much fun. And I already like walk 2 feet, so I just have the strings, and I just speak Papa, tell me a story. Or I think that's how Geppetto talks, but he didn't want to do that, so we're not going to be Pinocchio and Geppetto, so now I don't know. But we'll see. I don't like to plan too far ahead because, you know, I gotta live in the moment till I'm healed. But I'm glad I'll be on that station. I hope I'm on, like, TED Talks and every single thing in the world that anyone with FND could ever see. So I could just be, guys, just get saved, go to Jesus, and then you're healed. Boom, you know. But, we'll get out there. And then there's probably people, like, all around the world with this that their doctors have never seen or witnessed this, and I could just be like, hey, this is what it is. And just tell Jesus, and then you heal. But who knows? Look at this. So she has to see how pretty these are. This bag is gonna be awful. Oh, no, I have the walker. I hope I'm not victimized twice of walker robbery, because these ones I literally can't lift up the stairs, so they have to stay outside. But I don't know, it's like Double Jeopardy, which is one of my favorite movies. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember in my brain that name and that I liked it. So I don't think, or maybe it will get stolen. I don't know. Who knows? But it has to stay outside because you can't go up and down, and so we'll see. Fingers crossed. So all the rocks have like a huge layer of mud around them today. So I gotta use my feet and like kick them all up for a while. But then you keep doing it, so otherwise the dirt just settles right back on it. But I'm just looking for really, really unique ones. And I get really bored sitting at home. Oh, this one is really beautiful. I have no idea if you can see it, but it's like a beautiful patterned rock. Ugh. Yeah, and then I'm gonna get into getting a pottery wheel and getting clay and doing pottery, and then I'm gonna get into doing epoxy projects, which I'm not too sure what. I really want to like epoxy like some table trees and stuff. I don't know. Of course, once I get in, it just starts causing a ruck. But this is actually really good because then it clears them all off. Alright. That actually worked out great because I can see all of them now. I have no idea what I'm gonna do to keep myself busy with once it gets cold out. This is the only thing I've done to occupy any of my time. Yeah, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being strangled. Yeah, I'm gonna need like lots and lots of indoor hobbies once it gets cold. Or I could get really into building snowmen and igloos and stuff and find some outdoor hobbies, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright, well, I hope everyone has a good day. But it's good once you push yourself past how you feel and you get out, then you're like, alright, now I'll stay out, and you'll feel better about it. So it's really just the initial push that's really hard to get through. And once you get through that initial push and you force yourself out, no matter how hard it is, you'll be thanking yourself. So always just take that step when you feel like you can't move, or you're literally just dying and you're like, I can't freaking budge. Just use the last bit of momentum you have to force yourself, and do that every single day, and it's just gonna keep speeding up your recovery like significantly. So it's literally, I think that's an expression, the first step is the hardest. So once you push through that, it does still, it's still challenging the whole time, but the first step's always the hardest part in anything in all of life. So that's the way you take the road to recovery. But I'll keep posting about my recovery journey, and giving people tips along the way, I guess. Oh no, I can't even see the off switch. Ugh. I literally can't see the screen. Hold on. Not sure if it's off. Ah! I can't see if it's off. I have no idea if this is off. Alright, it's not. Bye. That's I can't get off.